Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. This is just a video I wanted to make about a lot of people out there that are trying to sell secrets about how to break into the art world, and sometimes they might be able to give you some tools that will help you go break into the art world, so to speak. But I think the most important thing that you actually need to acknowledge if you want to pursue painting as a career, for instance, or art as a career, you gotta first realize there's a lot of different art worlds, okay? There's not one specific art world. Academia, universities, white cube galleries in fancy parts of town, they have one dominant view of what the art world is and what it takes to get into that art world. I like a lot of painters that exist within that art world. That doesn't mean that's the only art world that there is. There's also like the Juxtapose magazine, illustrative art world that exists and intersects with sneaker designs and skateboarding and hot rod culture and all these sorts of things. So the first thing and the most important thing I would suggest anybody looking to break into the art world or that's searching all these different videos touting different ways to break into the art world and they have some secret to success, the first thing is to just acknowledge the fact that you have to find out what your art world is. What art world do you want to break into? Once you've done that, the second thing you should do is identify an artist in that art world. Find an artist that represents what you aspire to be. Look at that artist's work, read about their story, what they did. Maybe if they're still alive, write them an email and say, hey, what advice do you have to a young artist coming up? Maybe they'll respond. But you can also, search for podcasts with them, search for interviews with them, read about them, and just immerse yourself in that one artist. Not 15 artists, just that one artist. So if you really want to break into that art world, as so many people think, first step, identify the art world. Second step, identify an artist. Now the third step is that you need to become part of the community surrounding that art world and that artist. So if you're in a city where there's gallery shows of artists that are in a similar type of art world, you need to go to these gallery shows and you need to talk to people there, okay? And these are the 3 steps that you can do to actually help yourself get into the art world. Personal connections through galleries and going to events and going to talks and going to all these sorts of things. And you don't need to go there. Don't think about this like a networking meeting, of IT professionals or something like that. Like, nothing against IT professionals, but that would probably be a good after party, actually. But anyway, don't think about it like you're going there just for networking. Imagine that you're going there because you're actually interested in the subject. And if you're actually interested in the subject, you're gonna kind of find your way into that community in one way or another. So immerse yourself in a community. If you don't live in a city where you have access to all these different shows and stuff like that, reach out through online platforms as well to try and connect with a community of people that are interested in the same type of art and the same type of artist that you're interested in. The last thing, and the most important thing, is figure out a schedule. This can be very simple advice, but basically you need to create a schedule and stick to it every day. Figure out what you can do. Think about it like you're doing a workout regimen, right? Where you're like, okay, I can do Pilates on Tuesday and I can, lift on Wednesday or whatever, right? Imagine that you're just creating a schedule. Can you work 5 days a week? I don't know. Can you work 7 days a week? Maybe. Some artists work 7 days a week and they work, 2-3 hours a day. Other artists do marathons 1 time a week. So figure out your schedule and then stick to that schedule, because if this is something you actually want to do, just like losing weight or going to the gym or getting better at tap dancing or whatever, you just have to stick to a schedule. So make a schedule for yourself and hold yourself to it. That means you now have a studio practice, okay? So identify the art world that you want to become a part of, identify an artist within that art world, become part of the community, create a schedule. There you go. You're welcome.